Yes, welcome to this simplified guide. As we went here, I want to bring a simple procedure, maybe for those who are aspiring to be their own boss in the coming new year 2026. You should have a plan. This have a plan. At least have a plan for your business and become your own boss. So this is a simple system I'm going to bring on how to register, maybe for a business, a company, NGO, church, school, college, or university. A simple procedure. We can start with the first part for the business or company registration. You can log into eCitizen in Kenya, and this is only for Kenya. You can log in to eCitizen or use what you call BRS system. There are different kind of business you can register. If you are alone, you can do what you call sole proprietorship business type, where this one is ideal for shops, salons, or farming, consultancy, or other small scale operations, which you would require to prepare your national ID or passport, your KRA PIN, and also create an eCitizen account. The easiest step is just log into your eCitizen account. You go to what you call Business Registration Service, BRS, and then you choose register a business name. From there, you can search and reserve the name. You fill the details, you pay the fee, and you also download the certificate. Once they are completed, they'll give you a CR12 certificate. The normal fee ranges between 150 to 850, depending on how you have chosen the name of your business. You will require at least five names if you are registering a sole proprietorship business. Once you do that one, they'll give you what you call a certificate of registration or incorporation. Then the second type is what you call partnership. Partnership is more than two people, between 2 to 20 people, or you can do what you call family business, which you only require IDs and the pins of all the partners. The partners you want to they want to be in your business, you require the IDs and their pins, that is the KRA pins, and also the partnership deed. Normally this is optional, but you can create it for easier visibility in terms of registration. The approximate fee is normally 3,000 to 10,500, so depending on the kind of business for the partnership you are registering, because they may have different kind of business for partnership. You can it is approximately between 3,000 to 10,500. Once they finish, they will give you what you call a partnership certificate. Then you can also register what you call limited company or private or public company. It may be private or public, but it's called what? A limited company. This is normally good for medium and large business or school, colleges, NGO, or in case you are doing business, or even investors. For private, it's called private limited. That is for private. It is normally called a limited, but the most common, even for public, they call it PLC. Like Safaricom, you find Safaricom, they call themselves PLC. That is public limited company. Public limited company. So they call it themselves PLC. Not programmable logic control. Don't confuse. And then requirement for these limited companies, you need to have the ID and the KRA pins for the directors and shareholders. Remember, for the if you look at the sole proprietorship, it is only your ID and your PIN, KRA pin. But for partnership, you require the IDs and the pins for the partners. But for limited company, you require the IDs and KRA pins for the directors or shareholders, their passport photos, the company name. So you have to choose at least three company name. You have to fill CR1, CR2, and CR8 forms online, and then you need to create what you call a memorandum and article system, which will be done by a system. Actually, the system will generate once you have filled all these requirements in the eCitizen. The steps is also always the same. Just log into eCitizen or go to what you call Business Registration Service, that is BRS. Then you have to do what you call name search or reservation. Register the company. Once they accept the fee or this, then you pay the fee. Once they do that, they give you what you call certificate of incorporation. Or even they can also give you those documents to fill in, then you upload, like the CR1, CR2, CR8. The normal fee, as I said, is between 150 for name search to 10,650. So you require this amount, approximately this amount, to create a business company. So it's just cheap, but it is good to have a business company. Then they will give you what you call certificate of incorporation and CR12. That is the ownership document. so that when you start a business, the KRA will have to check this, and also maybe the county council will be checking this to ascertain that your company has been registered. Part 2, you can also register what you call NGOs or CBOs or trust or religious organizations. These are non-government organizations, or they call non-governmental organizations, where you can register NGO coordination board, or maybe a large donor funded organizations, or national and international NGOs. So they also require at least 3 directors. You have to develop a constitution for the NGO or CBO. You require to have a board resolution, so you need to have a board management and their resolution. Then you need to have a physical office where they are able to trace you, and also the bank account. So normally the fee is between 16,000 to 25,500. So you have to understand the processing time may take between 2 to 6 months. So you see the NGO may take time, because they need to confirm all the details, they need to counter check all requirements before it is fully operational. And then we have what called community-based organization, CBO. This is maybe Department of Social, for example, at Department of Social Development at the county level, or community projects, or youth and women groups, or local initiatives. So you can register a CBO. So CBO also, they require a constitution, they require minutes of the members, they require the member list, and they require the office location, address of the office. And then you can normally can take between 2,000 to 5,000. Then once they finish, they give you what you call a certificate of registration. Then you have what you call trust or charitable or religious. Let's say the churches, foundations, schools owned by churches. So you require. Normally you can just register, but at least having a fee between 10,000 to 30,000, you're able to complete to register your church or your school or your foundation. The process time also, as I said, this one may be more than, because they need to confirm some details, so it may be between 1 to 3 months. Then, like churches, mosques, or religious or groups also follows the same process as the CBO, as the trustee, as a company. So you have to register first of all, the name search. You do the name search. Once it is accepted, now you go to the social society, where now you can now register your name for religious organizations. The process, you have to consider a registrar of societies. This is where you go to eCitizen or the business register service, where you will find register for the societies or registrar of societies for religious societies. This is where you can have registered the church, trustee, or CBO. And then we can also register schools, colleges, or universities through the Ministry of Education or county, if it is TVET or maybe the other way. But you have to do, first of all, register the company or the CBO or maybe the trust. Then you apply for provisional certification or registration from either Ministry of Education or TVET to give you a letter of no objection. Then once they have given you a letter of no objection, you can now proceed to upload the requirement in their portal. From there, they do inspection. Now they give you full registration. That's how it works. You require things like maybe the county government approval, the public health approval, fire safety approval, and NEMA if it is required, in case you are venturing into areas that may create environmental problems. And then also, if you register a TVET or trading institutions, as I said, you have to register the name first through eCitizen. Then you take the name registered as it is. You go to TVETA. They will give you a letter of no objection. From there, now they require to fill in the details in their MIS system. I don't know, is it MIS system, or I think it's MIS system. You can do it. You can apply through the MIS system. You register the name. You upload the logo. You upload the letterhead. You upload there may be curriculum in cases there, facilities, all requirements in the TVETA. The charges is only between 30,000 to above 100,000, depending on the entities you are registering. And then for universities also, this is normally regulated by what you call Commission for University Education, CUE. So you need to have a charter, you need to have academic staff, you need to have infrastructure and financial resources. But also you need to register first of all before you acquire a certification through the CUE to approve you. This one may be expensive and it may take years to get approval. Don't say that you are getting a university today, then you want it to get approval within 1 month. No, it may take years to be approved, time by time. After you have registered your company, your business, or whatever, your business, your CBO, your university, your college, you need to apply for KRA PIN for the purpose of VAT, pay, whatever. You need to apply for NSSF, NHIF, county business permit, and also open a bank account. So these are some of the things that you need to consider before you go functional. You remember, failure to complete any of the post-registration steps above may result into penalty, because you cannot operate a registered business without a KRA PIN, without NSSF, without NHIF, without county business permit, and even without a bank account, unless you are doing sole proprietorship. Even sole proprietorship, you require a bank account. In summary, if you are registering a sole proprietorship in Kenya, you can register through eCitizen, which you can. It's normally below 1,000. Actually, below almost 850. For partnership, also you can register through eCitizen, 3,000 to 10,500. It may depend. And then we have limited company. Also through eCitizen, you can take between 10,650 to 15,000. That's the range. CBO, that is the Social Development Department, where they have to, as their regulator, but the cost is between 2,000 and 5,000. Then NGO, this you can do through NGO board, but you have to register also the name through online before they approve it as required. It can cost more than 16,000. Church or mosque, you have to go through Register of Societies, that is CBO or trust, and the charge and the cost may vary depending of the name, because there are some names which have been preserved. And then school, you have to go through the Ministry of Education. The cost, as I said, also may vary. For a TVET college, you have to register a name first of all, and then acquire approval for the letter of no objection, feed all the details through TVETA MIS. Once they approve, then they'll allow you to go ahead. The charges may cost above 30,000. Then for university, you have also to register a name first of all. You acquire the letter of no objection from them. Then from the CUE, you proceed now to register, but it may take time. Don't say that they can take short period of time. They may take time, because they have to confirm some of these things. So my advice to graduates: if you are graduating from any university, any college, you are going into business, whether you're employed or not employed, always think of a business, to be your own boss. 2026 is here. Start something that even if the business, the company which has employed you, maybe the business is not doing well, you can also start doing something in your own way. You can grow a small business through what you call sole proprietorship. You can grow your business through limited company. You can grow your business through CBO, that's community work. You can grow your business through NGO. You can grow your business through school or church. So it may depend. This is how you need to realign yourself in 2026.